Myself, Dr. Sheban, MBBS DCH, postgraduated from Madras Medical College. And this is our NEET UG MCQs. And this is our part 82. Okay. My first question itself is a repeated MCQ last year. Okay. Fastly dwindling forest. In India, there are so many forests. Fastest dwindling forest is Amazon forest. MCQ. Okay. Fastest dwindling area. Lion is a secondary consumer. True or false? I think every year there will be one MCQ from this topic. A lion is a secondary consumer. True or false? Lion is a true or false? Your textbook says only these three are secondary consumers: bird, fish, and these are the secondary consumers. These are the secondary consumers. These are the secondary consumers. What is this gene for? Cry A C. The word C is important because B is different. C. Cry gene. Any idea? Cry gene. Bacillus thuringiensis. Bacillus. So this is for cry AC gene. Sanger is related to what? Sanger. Any idea? For determination of amino acids in protein. For determination of amino acids in protein. What is this thing? SANGER. This is a repeated MCQ. The DNA sequence was arranged based on what? The DNA sequences are arranged based on overlapping regions. The DNA. See, question is very important while preparing NEET. Okay, not the answer. The correct answer is overlapping regions. May 2006. See, question is important. What is the answer? What is the answer? Sequence of chromosome 1 was completed. Sequence of chromosome 1 was completed. So the question is very important, not the answer. 2006 is important. This is the question. Microsatellite. Microsatellites are what? What do you mean by microsatellite? Any idea? Polymorphism of repetitive DNA sequence. Instead of repetitive DNA, they'll keep some other word. Polymerization of reproduce. What is the question? Question is important, not the answer. What is the question? What is the question? Microsatellite means polymorphism in repetitive DNA is the basis for what? Is the basis for what? Is the basis for DNA fingerprinting. Or they will ask DNA fingerprinting. What is the basic mechanism? The correct answer is polymorphism of repetitive DNA is the basis for DNA fingerprinting. DNA fingerprinting. See, all the MCQs I have prepared from your NCERT textbook only. Okay. So polymorphism of restrictive endonuclease is for what? Is for what? See, question is very important, not the answer. Polymorphism of restriction endonuclease is for what? Or they will ask, which is the important tool to assign genetic and physical maps of a genome? So what is the answer? This is the answer. So what is the question? To assign. Whenever you see the word to assign, alien species invasion. Any idea? Alien species invasion. What is that? It is the important reason for biodiversity loss. Biodiversity loss. African catfish is an example of over-exploitation. True or false? African catfish is an example of alien species invasion. Or they will ask, which of the following is an example of avian species invasion? You must answer African catfish. This is how you should prepare for NEET. Evil quarret is the word related to what? EVIL. Evil quarret is the word related to what? Is the word related to biodiversity loss. Or they can ask this for match the following. Most important is the MCQ point. Most important reason for species extinction. Even though there are so many reasons, MCQ point is most important. Most important is human. Remember the word most important. Most important. Most important reason for extinction. Extinction. Habitat loss, fragmentation. See, when they give 4 choices, you cannot answer such tough MCQs. So keep it very strongly. Our MCQ point is most important. Most important, see. See again, most dramatic. Most dramatic example of habitat loss. Most tropical rain forest. Most. All the last 3 MCQs are most. 14%. Any idea? Long back. Tropical rainforest covered 14% of this area. Remember the word long back. So it was 14%. What is 6%? Now. That is long back and this is now. Other name of Amazon forest. Lungs of the planet. They will confuse you by keeping the word heart of the planet. Be very careful. Lungs. Lungs of the planet. Amazon forest. A reason for over exploitation. A reason for over exploitation. When a need turns into greed, instead of eating one egg, if you eat 10 eggs, that's called greedy. Greedy. When need, that is the reason for over exploitation. Passenger pigeon extinction is due to what? Passenger pigeon extinction is due to what? The same over exploitation. Or they will ask, because of over exploitation, which is mainly affected. That time you can answer passenger pigeon. See, Steller's sea cow. Steller's sea cow extinction is due to over exploitation. Man is a secondary consumer. True or false? Every year one MCQ will be related to this. Consumer, producer. I think you know that. Man is a secondary consumer. Tertiary consumers are man and lion. Very, very important. Tertiary consumers are man and lion. If you know this point, you can answer that MCQ. Okay. So just now I discussed secondary consumer. Do you remember secondary consumer? Secondary consumer. Birds, fish. This is how you should prepare for NEET. Not he found out that and I found out this and they found out that. No use. Okay. Standing crop. What do you mean by the word standing crop? Standing crop is a paddy field. True or false? Standing crop. Standing crop. See, this is the actual definition of a standing crop. Standing crop. Standing crop. Standing crop. Standing crop. Biomass. What do you mean by the word biomass? Any idea? It is a measure of standing crop. It's called biomass. See, crow is omnivorous. True or false? Your textbook says exactly. It says it is a true statement. So crow is omnivorous as per your textbook. See, cockroach is omnivorous. Your textbook says it is a true statement. Okay. What is food web? Any idea food web? Food web It's a combination of DFC plus GFC. You hear my previous video for expansion. DFC plus GFC is called food web. GFC plus DFC is called food web. What do you mean by the word trophic level? Trophic level. Any idea? It is a specific place in the food chain. Or they will ask, specific place in the food chain is called dash. Trophic level. Trophic level placement is based on what? Trophic level. Primary producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer is based on what? Source of nutrition or the source of food. This was MCQ. Yes. This is the question. Amount of energy decreases in successive trophic level. Amount of energy decreases in successive trophic level. These are all tough MCQs. True or false? It is a true statement. It is a true statement. Energy source for decomposers. Energy source for decomposers. Any idea? Energy source for decomposers. Any idea? Is detritus. Energy source decomposes is detritus. Can you tell me this one? Lion is a secondary consumer. True or false? Tell me all the secondary consumers. Tell me all the secondary consumers. This is the best video in the world. Secondary consumers. Nobody will teach you like this. Secondary consumers. Can you tell me this? Tell me all the secondary consumers. Tertiary consumers. Tertiary consumers. See, don't keep scratching your head because you are not able to remember things. There is a standard proven technique called 7 days continuous recall technique. 720 out of 720 top scorers, they practice this technique. They keep it a secret. If you want to remember all the 100 MCQs in this video or any textbook, you must recall this video or hear this video for 7 days continuously. If you do 7 days continuous recall, you will remember all the 100 MCQs for 1 year. For 1 year. Otherwise, tomorrow afternoon, you will not remember even a mustard. It's a proven technique. 7 days continuous recall. Practice this. Don't waste your time by hearing this video once. No use for you. What is the use of restriction endonucleases? Use of restriction endonucleases. Fragmentation of DNA. Or they will ask, fragmentation of DNA is done by restriction endonucleases. What is Kahn's technique? Any idea Kahn's technique? Laying of road. Yes, road by bitumen and polyblend. By using this is called the Kahn technique. Kahn's technique. Symbol for, which is the symbol for carrying capacity? CARRYING. Symbol for carrying capacity. Symbol for carrying capacity is K. Or they'll ask K refers to what? That time you must answer The answer, carrying capacity. This MCQ they asked last year. In a population growth curve, exponential, true or false? In a population growth curve, exponential, true or false? It is a true statement. In a population growth curve, exponential, it is a true statement. Alkaline pH. Any idea alkaline pH? It is the pH of gut of Bacillus thuringiensis. pH of gut of Bacillus thuringiensis is alkaline. pH is important point. Epithelial cells. Any idea? Epithelial cells. Any idea? You must always remember one point. Mid-gut epithelial cells are affected by Bt toxin. Mid-gut. Must remember two words. Mid-gut epithelial cells, Bt. Bt means Bacillus, that one. Mid-gut epithelial cells. They will give 4 cells. You will get confused. Epithelial cells. Okay? Both FSH and LH are secreted by anterior pituitary. True or false? It is always a true statement. Increased cell count in bone marrow test. If there is an increase in the cell count in bone marrow test, what's the diagnosis? Don't forget the word increase. Increase is very important. It is called leukemia. It is a type of blood cancer. MCQ. Blood cancer. Leukemia. In leukemia there is increase. MCQ. There is increase. See? Increase in bone marrow test. Inverted pear shape. Which one? Inverted pear. Any idea? This is how you should prepare NEET. So inverted pear is for uterus. Uterus has 4 layers. True or false? Uterus has 3 layers. Perimetrium, myometrium, endometrium. Perimetrium, myometrium, endometrium. So uterus has 3 layers. Cervix is narrow. True or false? It is a true statement. Birth canal is dash plus dash. Birth canal is narrow cervical canal plus vagina. Is called the birth canal. Contraction of uterus during delivery. Contraction of uterus during delivery is by endometrium. True or false? Is by myometrium. Myometrium undergoes cyclical changes in menstruation in females. Myometrium, menstruation, cyclical changes. The correct answer is always the endometrium. Cyclical changes is endometrium, contraction is myometrium. Glandular layer of uterus. Which layer is called the glandular layer of uterus? Glandular layer is called the endometrium. Glandular layer of the uterus is endometrium. How to remember everything? 7 days continuous recall. Thin membranous layer of uterus. Thin membranous layer of uterus is what? Membranous, thin. 2 MCQs are here. Thin is an MCQ. Membranous layer is an MCQ. What is the answer? Perimetrium of uterus. Because they ask this MCQ. Perimetrium is thick. True or false? You must answer. Perimembranous muscular. You must answer. Perimembranous is thin. Perimetrium is membranous. True or false? This is how prepare NEET. So perimetrium is thin. Correct answer. Perimetrium is membranous. Correct answer. Or they can ask like this. Thin membranous layer of uterus is called perimetrium. This is how you should prepare NEET. Okay. Not perimetrium, myometrium, endometrium. Depth. So don't forget, perimetrium is thin, perimetrium is membranous. You will answer the toughest MCQ. See next one. How I approach? See, thick, smooth muscle layer. See how nicely I taught you. Thick layer, smooth muscle layer of uterus. Which one? See, smooth muscle. Word is important. Not muscle, smooth muscle layer. So thick layer, muscular layer is the myometrium. They can ask, myometrium is made up of that muscle, this muscle, that muscle, and smooth muscle. You must answer smooth muscle. They'll ask, myometrium is thin. You must answer false. So myometrium, the correct answers are thick and muscular, made up of smooth muscle. LNG 20. What is LNG 20? You must hear this video 7 days. Yes. LNG 20. It is a hormone releasing IUD. What is IUD? Intrauterine device. LNG 20 is this number is MCQ point. They'll give 20, 30, 40, 50. Which is an correct statement for LNG 20. Okay. Fish culture is called what? Fish culture is called pisciculture. Pisciculture means fish culture, which is called the fish revolution. Fish revolution is nothing but a blue revolution is called fish revolution. Injection used in Moet in cow. Injection used in Moet, MOET, in cow. Injection. Which injection? Remember the word. It is a hormone with FSH like activity. Or they will ask, FSH like activity hormone is used where? That time you must answer injection for Moet in cow. This is how proper NEET. Understood? Get prepared for both sides. Can you tell me this? Kahn's technique for DNA separation, true or false? Kahn's technique for DNA separation. Kahn's technique is for layering a rod. This is called Kahn's technique. True or false? Man is a second degree. True or false? Because this is the correct statement. True or false? What is the correct statement? I made it super clear for you. Yes, super ovulation in white is done by what? Super ovulation. Is done by? That is called super ovulation. Barrier methods are used both in males and females. Barrier method of contraception. Barrier method of contraception is used in both males and females. It is a true statement. Diaphragm is a male barrier method of contraception. Diaphragm is a male barrier method of contraception. True or false? Condom is the male barrier method of contraception. Vault is both VAULT. Vault is both used in both males and females as contraception. Vault, VAULT. Vault is used in females only. Condom is used by both males and females. It is a true statement. Condom is used both males and females are true statements. Template polarity is discontinuous. The same MCQ they asked 3 years back. Same MCQ. You must say whether it is discontinuous or continuous. 5 dash to 3 dash or 3 dash to 5 dash. Template polarity. True or false? Every word is important in this MCQ. 5 dash to 3 dash, discontinuous, 3 dash to 5 dash, template polarity. True or false? How to remember? 7 days continuous recall. Revision of the textbook is useless. You must do recall technique like this. It is a true statement. This is also important. Can you tell me the answer for this? Logistic. Logistic is the MCQ point. In a population growth, when responses are limiting the growth, it is logistic. True or false? In a population growth, when responses are limiting the growth, they are limiting the growth. It is called logistic. True or false? It is a true statement. How to remember? Only 7 days recall. Whenever you see the word limiting, you must think of logistic. How to remember? 2L. Limiting, logistic. Limiting, logistic. Made very clear for you. Now you read, you will understand. You can remember. Limiting, logistic. I made it super easy for you, right? Next one. What is this? Waverless pair logistic growth. What is this? What is this? Logistic. See? Limited. Logistics means I told you LL. Limited. With limited resources. Again LL. Again logistic. Population growing in a habitat with LL. Limited. DNA molecules can be long. True or false? DNA molecules are long. True or false? These are the MCQs. It will keep scratching your head in the examination hall. DNA molecules are long. 2000 BP per second. What is the question? BP means base pair. BP, base pair. Per second. What is the question? Rate of replication of E. coli is the question. Order in Hershey-Chase experiment. Hershey-Chase experiment. Which is the correct order? Do you know the order? Hershey-Chase experiment. The correct order is infection, blending, and centrifugation. What is the question? Order in Hershey-Chase experiment. DNA is the genetic material passed from virus to bacteria. True or false? DNA is the genetic material passed from virus to bacteria. True or false? It is a true statement. 32P labeled DNA is used in 32P. I think it's phosphorus 32, right? P32 labeled DNA is used where? Is used in Hershey-Chase experiment. Or they can ask, which of the following is used in Hershey-Chase? P32, A36, 439, 4 numbers they'll give. Hershey-Chase experiment, remember P32. 35S labeled a protein capsule is used where? That is P32, I think phosphorus 32. S32. This is protein capsule. Be very careful. Protein capsule. Labeled protein capsule. Labeled capsule is used in Hershey-Chase experiment. See, this is protein that is labeled DNA. Labeled DNA. Okay. But here it is labeled protein capsule. Cow is a secondary consumer. You forgot. 7 days continuous recall. Non-medicated IUD. IUD means intrauterine device. Non-medicated. Non-medicated IUD. Hormone releasing IUD. Hormone releasing IUD. Hormone releasing IUD. Copper releasing IUD. Copper releasing IUD. Copper releasing IUD. Copper releasing IUD. Mechanism of IUD, intrauterine device. Intrauterine device. Increase spermatogenesis, increase phagocytosis of sperm. Or they will ask, increased phagocytosis of sperm is due to what? You must see which is an IUD and unmark it. If you know this basic point, you can answer the tough MCQ. In increased phagocytosis of sperm, you must look for an IUD. Which is the IUD there? You must answer, because mechanism of IUD, any IUD, intrauterine device. But you must know which is the IUD. Condom is not an IUD. Diaphragm is not an IUD. Vault, V-A-U-L-T, vault is not an IUD. Cervical cap is not an IUD. They are vault, diaphragm, cervical cap. They are what? They are barrier methods of contraception. So you must know this for IUD, and you must know what are all IUDs. How will you know this? You must hear this video 7 days continuously. Otherwise you will forget. Initiation reaction. Which reaction usually called the initiation reaction? This they usually refers to the transcription of bacteria. Is usually they go for initiation. Interactory species live closely together is anamsalism. Any idea? Whenever you see the word interacting species live closely together, is called what? Anamsalism. True or false? interactive, which is called. Three definitions. Everything are same meaning. I have made it very easy for you. See, you read this, but don't forget the question is important. I told you, no, question is important. See, now you can read. Whenever you see this word like this, what is this? Interacting species live closely together. Is typical for read the question very well. So nobody can teach you like this. Question is very important. Which of the following is an Australian plant? Which of the following is an Australian plant? Pear cactus is an Australian plant. Caffeine is extracted from plants. Which of the following is extracted from plants? That time you must look for caffeine. Hormones and dash. Humans and dash accept homology. Homology, any idea? Humans and dash accept homology. Every year there will be at least one question related to this point. If you know this, you can answer that. Homology, humans. There is one more entity called analogy. So you understand this thoroughly, you can do that MCQ. Humans, homology. Okay? Share this video with your juniors, seniors, with your biology madam and your NEET coach. Okay? And write some good comments in the comment section. And after hearing this video, you can hear my part 83. Excellent video. Okay, here my previous videos 1 to 83. Excellent, fantastic videos. Can you tell me this? It is an example of analogy. If you know the homology with humans, you can answer this tough MCQs. What is this? Flipper of penguin and dolphin are examples of flipper, penguin and dolphin. Penguin and dolphin are examples of analogy. In Moyet, M-O-E-T, what is M? M. Come on. M. Multiple. They'll keep mutation. Something else they'll keep. So be very careful. Moyet, multiple. Bird is a primary consumer. True or false? I'm telling primary consumer. True or false? Bird. Primary consumers. primary consumer. So this is a wrong statement. Fresh weight or dry weight is a measure of what? All ulta questions, right? Is a measure of biomass. This is how you should prepare NEET. Not biomass is measured by dry weight. We'll forget that. You must study like this. Fresh weight or dry weight is a measure of biomass. Now you will be the master. 10% law, LAW. 10% law for what? %10 law of tropic levels for GFC. Tropic levels of is 10% law, LAW. What is this gene? Specifically for, you must remember what that C you must remember, AB you must remember, 1 remember, 2 remember, everything you must remember. For what? Is for cotton bollworms. Question is important, not answer. Tell me the question now. Yes. Tell me the question. That is I'm telling you, 7 days recall. Tomorrow afternoon you will forget everything. Cotton bollworms. Cotton bollworms. Made it very clear. Cry one AB gene. What is your answer? This is how you should prepare NEET. Understood? This is how you should prepare NEET. I made it very clear for you, okay? Okay, very good. CSCl, what is this? Cesium chloride. Did you study anywhere in the textbook? Cesium chloride. Which of the following is used as a density gradient? Yes, they have asked. Cesium chloride. 15 N and 14 N. 15 N and 14 N are separated only. Can be separated based on what? Based on densities. No logic business. DNA is double stranded helix. DNA is double stranded helix. It is a true statement. 20 minutes in Messelsen stain experiment. 20 minutes in Messelsen stain experiment. Stahls, STAHLS. Messelsen Stahl experiment. Any idea? 20 minutes. What will happen after 20 minutes in that experiment? DNA was hybrid or intermediate density. DNA was hybrid or intermediate density. What is the question, brother? What is the question? What is the question? 20 minutes is the MCQ point. 20 minutes. What is 40 minutes? What is 40 minutes? 40 minutes. What is the 40 minutes point? Forty minutes. What is 20 minutes? $20. This is for 40 minutes. Which one? 40 minutes. What is the gene for corn borer? Gene for corn borer. See, you forgot. That is a 7 days recall method. Corn borer. Corn borer. Cotton. What is the gene? Homology humans. Homology humans. True or false? What is Vicia faba? Faba. VACIA. Any idea? Vicia. Vicia faba. Any idea? It's a faba beans. Vicia faba. Radioactive thymidine. Radioactive thymidine. Where it is used? Where it is used? Another? Thurdan podum idu moonu podran illa thurdan podum. Radioactive thymidine. tDNA is related to E. coli. See, the word is capital T. Capital T, very important. Is related to E. coli. Any idea? Is related to Taylor studied fabo beans. Which year? Taylor. Which year? 1958. Okay. 1958. Have you heard about the word TI plasmid? TI plasmid. TI. TI plasmid. Organism related to DNA dependent DNA polymerase. Both are DNA. Any idea? E. coli. Within 18 minutes. Any idea? Within 18 minutes. Huh? Time replication for E. coli. Huh? 18 minutes. Within 18 minutes. Cannot. Any idea? Cannot. DNA polymerase cannot initiate on their own. Cannot initiate on their own. These are all rank deciding points. Cannot. So, cannot. Does not. Replication does not initiate at any place of DNA. Does not. Does not. There is no origin, there is no true or false. Very important. There is no true or false. The correct answer is there is origin of replication. There is origin of replication, but you must study this question very well. So it is a wrong statement. A piece of DNA to be propagated. A piece of DNA to be propagated needs what? Vector. Or they will ask, which of the following is a function of vector? What is your answer? Vector. Why a piece of DNA? See, why a piece of DNA of a bacteria needs a vector? Why? Why they need vector, man? Why? Because vectors provide the origin of replication. Assertion, reason, MCQ. Why? Only in one direction. Any idea? Only in one direction. DNA dependent DNA polymerizes, catalyzes polymerization only in one direction. Only in one direction. Which is called the replication fork. Replication fork. The important point here is small opening. Where is it? Small opening is a MCQ point. That is called replication fork. That is called replication fork. Any mistake in replication will lead to what? Tell me, will lead to what? Will lead to mutation. Important MCQ point. Vecchia faba was studied by whom? Studied by Taylor. Are they will ask what did Taylor studied? That time you must answer Vecchia faba. Okay, and kindly share this great video with your friends. Here my next video also. Okay, stay tuned.